right, guys, since I have to be out today, I wanted to go through the preview of our new project, which you guys are going to begin today. So you're going to come into the Canvas grid and click on the 1.1.3 STEM investigation. Everything you need to know is going to be inside this document. So we're going to open this document up, and I'm going to go through that together with you. So in this assignment, you guys are actually going to choose a product and you're going to do a research project on it, okay? Now, you may work with one person or you may work alone, okay? So only groups of two or you work alone. Now, today, you only need your partner to be able to choose the product that you guys are going to research. Once you and your partner choose the product, you go back to your seats and you work completely individual after that. You'll join your partner later when it comes to putting the presentation together, okay? So you can choose any object you want. You want it to be something you're interested in. I have had people do research on cell phones. I've had people do research on specific sporting equipment. I've had people do iPads, cars, airplanes, boats. Anything that there's multiple versions of would be a good product to research. So for example, I wouldn't want to research a narrow topic like AirPods because there's only a couple versions and there's not a whole lot of changes from one AirPod version to the next. However, if I really wanted that topic, I could do a broader subject such as headphones. Then I could talk about how headphones used to be bigger and bulkier and we plugged them in. Then they went to smaller versions all the way through into AirPods. So that's an example of how I could use that topic, but I have to make sure it's broad enough to fit all of these areas. So when you answer these questions, again, you're filling these questions out individually. So you write the name of your product under number 1. Number 2 is the purpose. So why do we have this product? What is it needed for? And who basically can be the ones using it. As you fill these in, they do not have to be in complete sentences. You can do bullet points, but you will be turning these notes in. So make sure that your answers are clear and that they can be read. Okay. Number 3, who is the original inventor and who owns the patent? Basically, we want to know who it is that created that. Maybe it's a certain person, maybe it's a group of people, and then when was it invented? So sometimes you can actually find the one person who invented it, and other times it might be a group of people because they don't really know. So maybe something was invented by the Egyptians, and so that's the only credit that you can find. That's possible, but write down as much as you can find about the invention itself. Number 4, we want to, again, have some change it's gone through. So how was it used when it was originally invented and how is it used today? So let's say, for example, I'm researching a cell phone. Well, originally, cell phones were really just used to talk to someone outside of your home. Today, we have much more uses. We obviously can text, we can use the internet, we can keep a calendar, and then many other things. But I want to make sure I list multiple things. Okay. Now, what are some of the innovations, which are changes, that your product has gone since the beginning? So again, I'll use my same cell phone example. If I'm talking about cell phones, I want to talk about maybe some of the major changes and maybe things that are interesting to me. So maybe I want to put on there when Instagram was created. I could put, Instagram is a social media app and it was created, and then I'd say what year. Maybe I want to put when Snapchat was added. Maybe I want to put on there when they advanced and made the cameras on cell phones. And I could keep going. I want to list several things here so I have a good list of changes. Area of technology. All right, so your product could fit into more than one of these areas. There's not a lot of room for you to write, but there's a little bit of space. So for example, the cell phone. It fits into information and communication, okay? And then I would write maybe why. I would say cell phone is information and communication because I can text people, I can call people, and I can email people. And then if it fits in any of the other areas, I would just make note of that down below. But don't just circle one answer. Explain a tiny bit about why it fits in that area of technology. Positive areas and then negative. You need to have at least 3 positive things for your product and 3 negative impacts. So make sure that you have a list. You can go more than that, but you need to make sure you have at least 3 positive impacts on society and 3 negative. All right, number 9, we are going to fill out a STEM chart on your object. I want to show how my object fits into science, how it fits into technology, how it fits in engineering, and how it fits into math. So make sure to fill this out completely. Last one is number 10. I want to see what you would do to change the product. So this is not an optional question. Make at least 2 changes to the product. So if I were talking about cell phones, then I'm going to give 2 major changes I would want to be done to this product. So if the company came to me and said, you know, you can change the iPhone and you can add anything you want to it, what would you do? And list those here and describe those. Okay, once you get all 10 questions submitted, then your research is done for the day, and you will turn it here in to Canvas to the 1.1.3 STEM investigation. Then, when you are in class on Wednesday, I will talk about how the presentation can be put together. But again, you only are with your partner today to choose the object, and then you research individually. If you're choosing to work alone, then you don't have to worry about that. You'll do your research and submit it by yourself. Okay? But again, the research phase is completely individual. I will go through and do spot checks on Wednesday when I'm in class to make sure that you guys understand and that we've got everything caught up. Your goal today is to get at least halfway through answering these questions, which means then you have gotten through at least question 5 today. If you don't get through question 5, then you want to make sure that you're going to be able to do that within the next class period on Wednesday. If you get all the way done, then you're just ahead of schedule. If you happen to finish before the class period is done, then find something school acceptable to be working on, work on other homework, or read would be an option. And then I will be back on Wednesday to work with you guys further in this project.